Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be continuing into part 7 of What If Kami taught Goku to control his tail. If you haven't seen part 6, there is a title card where you can go check out and see what happened in the last part. But today we'll be going into the Buu saga. What have the Z Fighters been up to during the 7 years of training? How would they deal with the threat of Majin Buu? Also, I own a Discord for anyone who wants to join and talk more about Dragon Ball with me and other viewers. The link is in the description down below. Without further ado, let's dive into part 7 of What If Kami taught Goku how to control his tail. After the events with the androids, Cell, and Frieza, the Z Warriors came out on top and saved the Earth. But that was all 7 years ago. And y'all are probably wondering, what has everyone been up to? With the Sun family, things have been well with Gohan following his dream of being a scholar, but still wanted to train from time to time, but nothing too intense. Future Gohan has ended up deciding to keep up with his training with Goku and Raditz. He gave up his dream of being a scholar since he felt it was more important to keep up with his training in case of another threat that would appear. But he was happy that at least a different version of himself got the chance to follow his dream. Goten would also still be born and even stronger than his canon part. And unlike Gohan at his age, he loved training and sparring with his father and future older brother. Future Gohan was happy of having 2 younger brothers and liked being an older brother. During the 7 years, Goku, Raditz, and future Gohan wanted to see if they could achieve the form that Gohan had when he went against Cell, as they all theorized that the form was a combination of the Ikari state and the Super Saiyan form. So they spent their time training, working on somehow obtaining the form. During the halfway of the 7 years, Goku actually obtained something like it, but it wasn't the same form as Gohan. This form was more towards the look of the Great Ape. Goku had red fur over his body, hair all spiky, a red outline between his eyes, and his eyes were yellow just like the Ikari form. They would call this Super Saiyan evolution. They were amazed by the power, and this gave them the motivation to follow after Goku to obtain the form, which the other two would also end up attaining before the 7 years were actually up. With Piccolo and Pon, they actually ended up going to Namek and meeting Piccolo's people. They learned about his background and the histories of the Dragon Balls and how they were made. Mori, who is now the Grand Elder, chose the son Dende to be the guardian of their planet, which they would thank him for. Mori also wanted to unlock both of the fighters' potential in case of any future threat that could come to the universe. Mori was shocked when he was unlocking the potential of Piccolo, as he sensed something great within him. When Piccolo powered up, he had a more golden look to him, and the power he felt was immense, but Mori said that there was something else that he has to unlock himself. They decided to say a bit more, with the Kami side of Piccolo wanted to learn more about their heritage. Meanwhile, also, he and Piccolo would train the fighting clan of the Namekians to help them grow stronger and even pass down the Kaioken technique to the Namekians. After a few years on Namek, they decided to return to Earth, and then they would create his own Dragon Balls on Earth and take the role of Guardian of Earth. With the Earthlings, since Krillin and Yamcha were androids, they felt like if they would have slacked off their training, it would have been a waste of the sacrifice they made to become androids. So all 3 of them would train for the 7 years, including Tien, since either way, Tien wouldn't have slacked off. Yamcha would even end up getting back with Bulma, and they would have their own kid named Trunks, with him just being a normal human boy. But he did take a part into martial arts. One day, while the Sun's family is in their daily training, they're interrupted by 2 mysterious people, with it being Kibito and Supreme Kai. They explain who they are and why they are here. Explain the story of the Majin Buu. Future Gohan is worried about this threat, wanting to protect the Earth from it, but Goku takes it another way by being excited to possibly fight someone else strong and test out his new power. They would gather up the Z Warriors and let them all in on the new threat, and telling them the plan is to go to the World Tournament. There's a good chance that Babidi's minions would be there. The ones who are sitting out of this event would be Gohan, Goten, and Trunks. The rosters of the tournament would mainly consist of the Z Fighters, Babidi's minions, and Supreme Kais. The first match would be between Krillin and Piccolo, and they would fight, and once Yamu Spopovich saw the power of Piccolo, they would absorb his energy and would leave, as all the fighters would follow suit as they find Babidi's lookout. But since Piccolo is rather a strong fighter compared to the Super Saiyan Gohan in canon, the energy that they collected would be a lot more than enough to spawn in Buu. The Kais would be worried about this, but Goku wouldn't waste any time and jump right into fighting Buu. Goku would start off in Super Saiyan, and the form is not enough to fight against Buu, so he transformed into his evolution form, which stuns everyone on the immense power. Goku begins to destroy Buu with ease. Not having any trouble to the anger of Babidi, he sends out the Bura to attack the group, as he would and try to shoot his stone spit at the Kais, but future Gohan acts quickly and protects the Kais, but he sees that his clothes is turning into stone and removes his shirt quickly as he powers up into his Super Saiyan evolution form, and in one strong blast takes out the Bura. Future Gohan grabs Babidi and brings him to the Kais, and during that, Goku is somewhat disappointed with the fight of Buu, and even with the magic, Goku wasn't struggling against Buu. And seeing this, Buu was growing angrier, as smoke begins to shoot out of his body and completely covers his body, as no one can see what is going on, until the smoke clears to see 2 Buus, one fat and pink, while the other one is skinny and dark. They begin to fight, and everyone is somewhat confused and doesn't know what to do, until Goku breaks up the fight between the two Boos to see what is happening. But Dark Buu goes to attack Goku, but is easily taken down. Fat Buu explains that the darker Buu is evil and that he needs to be eliminated. Without question, Goku goes to fight Evil Buu. Evil Buu tries to fight against Goku, but Goku with this transformation, he is way stronger than Evil Buu could ever be. And with a full power Kamehameha wave, Evil Buu is erased. The Supreme Kai rushes at Buu, attempting to erase him, but Goku stops him, saying that this isn't the evil being that you're after anymore, as they seem to have split, with the Evil Buu being the one that was erased. Supreme Kai isn't too sure to trust this Buu, as he still looks like the same one as when he killed off all the other Kais many years ago. Goku says to allow Buu to stay on Earth and let him train Buu and teach him the ways to be good, as Goku really believes that Buu is good and that Evil Buu is what made him evil. Supreme Kai doubts Goku, thinking he wouldn't be able to do such a thing with Buu, but he does note that he is strong and everyone else is strong as well, and for now he would allow Goku to have Buu stay on Earth. But if he isn't able to have Buu remain good, he will send someone to have him destroyed. On the other hand, Supreme Kai and Capito thanks Future Gohan for saving them, but they do pull him aside. They note how they know that he isn't from this timeline. It is against the rules for mortals to mess with time, but Future Gohan tries to explain that he did it so he could save the people from this timeline, to have not have dealt with what he had originally. And Future Gohan shows a bit angered, asking how his timeline, they never came to help the people when they needed it the most. But Supreme Kai explains that it wasn't their choice to not help, as they could not meddle in mortals' problems. They continue with that if a certain someone learns the fact that he is a time traveler, he might be erased, and possibly everyone on this planet. Future Gohan is shocked to hear this, and how he may have put the people he cared about endangered. He isn't sure what to do until Supreme Kai gave him an offer. He asked to come be his pupil and train under him as a reward for protecting him, but also being immune from the person that would want to destroy him. Future Gohan without a doubt takes this offer, and he would leave with Supreme Kai. Goku, hearing this, would ask if he could go as well, but it's quickly rejected, saying that he has to take care of Buu and make sure he doesn't do anything bad as they head off. Goku is bummed that he doesn't get to go out and train with stronger people, but he does look forward to training with Buu, and even Raditz would join them. They would head to the time chamber, as now with Dende being the guardian, he actually removed the 2-year time limit to the time chamber, and they would spend their time training Buu and actually grow stronger at the same time. Buu managed to grow rather quickly, even was getting to the point of catching up with the two Saiyans, and actually losing his fat body to look more like their muscular fit body. And since Buu really enjoyed the company of Goku and he looked up to him, he started using his gi to match him. After 2 years in the time chamber, they would head back to Goku's house, and Chi-Chi is kinda dumbfounded to now have a pink creature live with them, and also sad that Future Gohan is gone to training. Goten is also sad hearing, since he did enjoy training with his older brother. With Gohan hearing this, he decides to go back into training to cheer up his younger brother, and made Goku excited to hear this as well. With Future Gohan, when they arrive at the Kai's world, they would get started with his training. Future Gohan would pull the Z sword with ease and would break it like normal, but would release Elder Kai. And to thank him for releasing him, and to thank him for breaking him out, he would perform the ritual on Future Gohan, giving him the mystic form. He feels the incredible boost in strength he obtained, and he feels like he is the strongest. Supreme Kai would talk to Future Gohan, saying that he must train hard every day, as in the near future, he might face someone that is considered the most powerful being in the universe. Future Gohan is confident that he will be ready, but then Supreme Kai said not to underestimate this opponent, as he is a godlike opponent who's never lost to anyone but one person. Future Gohan would take this info and continue his training, as he would take his training seriously each day, and stay in his new form that he just attained. On Earth, with Goku training with Buu, all the other fighters are interested to having a sparring match with him, and everyone has a go at Buu until when it gets to Piccolo. Their fight would be amazing, as Piccolo here is no laughingstock, as he is very strong compared to his canon counterpart. It looks like he is about to lose, but when he is pushed to his limits, Piccolo powers up as a bright light blinds everyone, as they see him to be in a more larger size and a more on the orange side of color to his skin. And that's where we're gonna leave it off for now. Tell me how y'all think about part 7 and how it did with the Buu saga. How would Goku train Buu to help him make a good member of the Z Fighters? Will the training Future Gohan go through would be enough for the future mysterious opponent he will end up facing in the near future? What could have happened differently? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. I would love to hear them. If y'all are interested and enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be alerted whenever I post another part. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next part. See ya!